So the Osmo Action from DJI is here, and it is kicking butt and taking names, and that name is GoPro. So today we're actually going to be comparing the GoPro Hero 7 Black with the new DJI Osmo Action camera, which is right here. That's my friend Joseph. It's Connor's friend, but he's now my friend by proxy.
Yeah.
We're gonna be comparing these two cameras and doing it the proper way. We actually did do a first look comparison with these two cameras on this channel. I made a mistake. I didn't enable the stabilization on the Osmo Action and I got hell for it. So I've decided to do a proper comparison with the Osmo Action and the GoPro Hero 7. We're using ND filters. This is a new one from Polar Pro that you can pre-order now on Polar Pro's website. I got a Polar Pro one on the GoPro Hero 7. So without any further ado, let's get started with a stabilization test, a proper stabilization test that I will actually turn on the Osmo Action with the GoPro Hero 7. And we got a bunch of other tests to do, so let's get cooking. I was gonna walk out of the frame. Okay, this is an audio test with the Osmo Action. Hello, check, testing. 1, 2, 3, how does the audio sound? So let's see how the audio sounds with these built-in microphones. Obviously the Osmo Action is looking way better because I can actually see myself on the screen in front. Okay, now this is an audio test with the GoPro Hero 7 Black. This is straight out of the camera, no microphone. But yeah, this is what the audio sounds like when I'm vlogging with the Osmo Action. Check 1, 2, I'm vlogging with the GoPro. Test 1, 2, checky check. So one of the main questions a lot of you guys asked in the comments of our other videos was, what does the battery life compare between the Osmo Action and the GoPro Hero 7? So I made a little rig here on my computer. I just enabled a time code with Final Cut, hit record, and just went at it. And bam, here we go. The counter is going. I was shooting 1080p with stabilization turned on both. The reason I did that was because I didn't want the cards to fill up too much. And a little past the hour and 30-minute mark, the DJI Osmo Action dies. The GoPro is still going with 7% left. What did you guys think of the comparison between these two cameras? Which image did you prefer the best? I found in my first look between these two cameras that the Osmo Action had much better color science and kind of an overall sharper image. So let me know if you agree with me in the comment section below. I think overall, handling both of these cameras, the Osmo Action has a better user interface, but I found a few little quirks with it that I don't like very much and the GoPro doesn't seem to have. One of them is, as soon as you go into the rock steady mode, which is their version of Hypersmooth, the footage gets really laggy. In fact, you can see this B-roll here of Joseph jumping and how long it took the camera to actually record that and see that on the back of the screen. It's not impossible to use, it's something you can get used to. And if you're just kind of shooting wide anyways, you're not looking at the back of the screen, I guess it's fine. But that lag is not there at all on the GoPro, and I find it kind of strange that that lag is there with the Osmo Action. But in terms of overall stabilization, which is kind of the big selling point of the GoPro Hero 7 Black, I think the Osmo Action is totally holding its own with the rock steady mode. Another thing that I want to mention with the rock steady mode on the Osmo Action is the fact that it does crop in a little bit with the video. Now obviously the biggest difference between these two bodies is the fact that we have this huge, nice, clear display on the front of the Osmo Action. If you're a content creator, this is a no-brainer. Even if the image quality was a little bit worse on this over this, I think just having the screen right there is just an amazing advantage. It's something that I want to have. Now that I have it, like, it's kind of hard to go back to an old GoPro without a screen on it. I think if you're seriously filming yourself a lot, it's a no-brainer. You got to get the Osmo Action because of that screen, and GoPro has to make a GoPro 8 with a screen on it that flips, because it's just a really good feature. While we're on the topic of screens, the Osmo Action screen is better than the GoPro. When I look at the GoPro screen, you can see the pixels, the resolution isn't very good. I'm not sure if it's sharp. Everything kind of looks a little soft and muddy. The screen on the back of the GoPro is not very good. I think they did that to keep the cost down, but DJI has not lacked with the screen. The screen on the back here is huge, it's sharp, it's easy to see in the daylight. I really love the back screen on the Osmo Action, and I find the touchscreen to be a little bit more reliable on this as well versus the GoPro. We use the new Polar Pro ND filter here, and I highly recommend picking one of these up if you're interested in buying the Osmo Pocket. We've linked all the products that we've been using on this video in the description below, but this ND filter is great. It's actually a little magnet here, and it clips on. I would love to see a variable ND filter for the Osmo Pocket. Maybe they'll make one of those. That'd be pretty sweet. A Peter McKinnon one. Peter McKinnon picked a peck of pickled peppers with Polar Pro and the Osmo Action with the VND. That'd be pretty sweet. If you're in the market for an action camera, you don't own any GoPro accessories yet, you've never owned a GoPro ever, and you want the best action camera right now, I think the Osmo Action has become the best one out there. I hope this actually satisfied you guys. I got a lot of hate on the previous video. That was just the first look. I was just seeing what these two cameras could do, and again, I totally fluked up because the rock steady mode is really confusing. I want to just mention this. On the back of the screen, when you're looking at the rock steady mode, which is again the stabilization, it's there when it's not on, and that's what I did when I was shooting at the beach the other day. The rock steady looked like it was on to me, but it actually has to be highlighted in blue for it to be on, and you see that little RS in the top right. My bad, I made a mistake on that. I'm sorry about that video. What kind of reviews do you guys want to see with the Osmo Action moving forward? Do you want us to compare it to the Osmo Pocket? That's kind of the next thing that I want to see. We'll see how the image quality compares to the Osmo Pocket. It's a great camera. It's very similar in a lot of ways. Are there any other things that you want to see? Let us know in the comments section below. And again, if you're interested in picking up the Osmo Action, we've included an affiliate link down below in the description, and it really means a lot to us if you click that link and purchase the product through that link. Once again, I'm Dave Mays. I'd like to thank our friend Joseph for being our subject today.
You're welcome.
See you next time.